machine will, but the one today that I will be using will be the VMware workstation. And it's absolutely free, so you will have to bring up any of your favorite browser. Then you have to search for VMware download and click on the first link that says download VMware. And here you have to scroll down a bit and it says try workstation 17 player for Windows. So you have to click on download now. And the downloading will be started and it's around 540 MB, so it will take some time. So once it gets installed, open the setup file, run it, install it. And once it will be installed, you will be getting this kind of dashboard of VMware workstation. Now here you can see that I have already installed Windows 11, Windows 10 that I use for the testing purpose. But if you are using it for the first time, then what you will have to do here, you need to click on create a new virtual machine. Now here it will ask you the installer disk image. So now you will have to download the Kali Linux ISO. So for that again, bring up your browser, open a new tab, type here Kali Linux download. Click on the first link that says get Kali. And here it says installer images, virtual machine. So you will have to click on installer images. Then scroll down a bit and you will be getting different additions, like you can go with the 64-bit, 32 or for the ARM64. So you will have to go with the 64-bit. So click on this download arrow icon. Again, the downloading will be started and it's around 3.8 gigabytes. So you will have to wait until the downloading has been completed. And once the downloading has been completed, you will have to click on browse here. And then you need to locate to the Kali Linux ISO that you have just downloaded, select it, then click on open. Once selected, you will have to click on next. Now here in the guest operating system, you will have to select Linux. And in the version, you don't have to choose Ubuntu. And you need to look for Debian 11x 64-bit because the Kali support the Debian version. Select it, then you will have to click on next. Virtual machine name, if you want to rename it, like I will name it as Kali. Now if you want to change the location, then you can change it, because you need to make sure the place, the location where you are exactly saving this machine, that should have the enough space. Alright, so if you want to change the location, you can change from here, then you will have to click on next. Then it will ask you the disk size. The minimum required is around 25 gigabyte, but I would recommend you that at least go with 35 or 40 gigabyte. But it again depends that how much space you have available on your C drive or the drive where you are trying to install it. So on my end, you can see I have around 166 gigabyte free. So no matter, I will go and take around 40 gigabyte. Then click on next. Then you have to click on customize hardware. And here you can change the memory allocation, like by default it will be selected to 2 gigabyte and the Kali will run in 2 gigabyte. But if you can go with 4 gigabyte, that will be far better. Processor, you can give it to around like 3. Then you don't have to make any kind of changes. Click on close and click on finish. So once you click on finish, you will be getting this kind of page that says play virtual machine. So click on it. And then you will be getting this kind of dashboard that says graphical install, install advanced options. So here you have to select graphical install, select it, hit the enter key. And now next it will ask you to select a language. So select your desired language, click on continue, select your location again, then click on continue. Configure the keyboard layout. So whichever keyboard layout you want, select it, click on continue. And it will start detecting the hardware. So just wait for a few seconds until you get the next screen. And next it will ask you to configure the network. So it will ask you the host name. So I will give the host name as Kali only, but if you want to change it, then you can change it, or you can keep it to Kali only. Then you will have to click on continue. Domain name, if you want to give any kind of domain name, if you are from any organization, you can give it. I will leave it blank. Then click on continue. Now it will ask you to set up the user and the password. So it's a very important part, because without any user and password, you will not be able to log into your Kali Linux machine. So it says type the full name of the new user. So I will type Crown Geek. Then I will click on continue. Now it says username for your account. So you will have to type the username. So type your desired username, then click on continue. Now here you have to enter the password. Once done, just retype it. And then click on continue. Now it will say to configure the clock. So whichever time zone you want to go with, you can select it, then click on continue. Now next you will be getting the partition disk option. So here you have to select guided use entire disk. Now entire disk means the total disk size that you selected. Like if you remember, I selected 40 gigabytes, so entire disk will be used. But if you want to create some kind of partition, then you can go with the manual. I want to recommend you in the beginning, so kindly go with guided use entire disk. Click on continue, click continue again. Keep this selected to all files in one partition. Click on continue. Then keep this selected to finish partitioning and write changes to disk. Click continue. Write changes to disk. So click on yes. Click on continue. And the installation of the base system will be started. So again, wait for some time until you get the next screen. Now next it will ask you the software selection, that what all software you want to be included. So by default, few of the software will be automatically selected. If you also want to add the Genome and the KDE Plasma, then you can select it. Then you will have to click on continue and it will start installing the software that you have selected. So again, wait for some time. Alright, so now next it will ask you to configure the display manager. So you can go with any one of them. You can keep this selected to GDM3 only, then click on continue. And meanwhile guys, just make sure that this installation process take a long time, especially the Kali Linux operating system. So just have some patience and wait until all the installation process has been completed. Okay, so now next it will ask you to install the grub bootloader. That is very important part. So again, you have to keep this selected to yes and click on continue. And then here it gives you two different options, enter device manually or dev/SDA. So you have to select the second one that says /dev/SDA. Select it, then you have to click on continue. And the grub bootloader installation will be started. Okay, finally it says finish the installation complete. Now you will have to click on continue. And after finishing the installation, it will be now rebooting it. And once rebooted, you have to select the Kali Linux, hit the enter key. And then finally, you will be coming to the login page. And here you can find the same username that we created. So I will click on it and type the same password that we created while configuring the Kali Linux machine. Bingo, so now you can see we are inside the Kali Linux machine and we are on the desktop. And from here, you can do whatever you want to. And you can see the Kali Linux navigation has been changed in the new update. So you would be able to enjoy it. And now in order to use this virtual machine in the full screen, you have to click on this full screen mode that is on the left and top. And it will be now running in the full screen. Now you can go ahead and enjoy any kind of website, do any kind of testing, do whatever you want to without any kind of risk. So that's all guys for today. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If yes, do not forget to like and subscribe. And I see you in the next video. Bye bye.